Mike. Mike. You don't know no better. Hug.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
You ain't doing nothing.
They'll run here with Balaj. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj.
On the offensive side of the ball, I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. Number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Trenton Cannon, touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Balaj.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, 47. I got you.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And Wilson has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Mike. Rip right. Hey, Corey. Let's go. Hey, Charlie. Number 53, Mike. 59.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. A nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Rosen. He completes it to Wilson. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development Be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some.
Get him, boys!
At the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Hey, pick your game up.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted it. In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Darnold on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones.
Good job.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check 13.
Off of play action, Darnold. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Faking the give, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 40. Offense drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A draw play now, Balaj. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half. The line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were defensively, several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run with Cannon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
.33-yard line. Here's Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end. And caught by Thomas for a Jets touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the lead. Point after, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The play fake to Ballage. Now Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Jordan Willis. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Rosen will throw. And this is Parker, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his 5th-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach in Miami, wants around and in that locker room. From midfield now, here's Rosen. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen, his throw incomplete. The wideout Chris Hogan, the intended receiver.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Cannon, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones,
pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Check, 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 check.
Play action here with Rosen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And it'll be third down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
Play action. It's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Now Rosen on first down. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's third down. They got not having any interceptions, tried to come up with one there, could not, but there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away, offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield, and you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They go again with Cannon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today,
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Sam Darnold, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the short field as they take it in for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
We play to win. Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Check 31.
Here's Rosen to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there. Leave them now with a 3rd down situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And now it's 2nd down. Now Rosen. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be in. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Willis. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
On third down, they go Montgomery. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. At the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. And his another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, Alpha. Here we go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Rosen. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now a 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
50 seconds to Mike. And let's get that ball. Monday. 50 seconds.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. They'll buy some time right. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 3rd down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
It's now 4th
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Let's go. Here we go. Monday. 53. Mike, 53. I got alert.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
They'll run again with Cannon. And an alley to run. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Here comes Grant on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field.
Middle.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. So the quarterback drops to throw. That wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Back to Cannon again on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Tighten up. Ready. Check 99. Kill. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Tight dog.
On 2nd down, it's Cannon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run on first down with Cannon, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up of him first.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Cannon, and he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
3rd and long, it's Darnold looking deep for Demaryius. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Rosen. And bulldozing his way through. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
On second and goal, Darnold, and caught by Thomas. He's got a Jets touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season,